MikeJeezy here, coming at you with another Dokkan Battle video. And in this video, we're coming on the JP side of the game, and we'll be reviewing the newly released Piccolo banner. As you can say, it's like the Piccolo nail banner. So we're going to be providing a review, maybe doing some summons on it. We'll see. I'm going to talk about it as objectively as I can and kind of make a decision, based on that reasoning. So let's take a look at the banner. It's your standard Dokkan Fest banner, so it's red coins, no discounts or tickets or anything like that. So we have this newly released Piccolo, and I can't read like all the Japanese, but I know he's a Namekian category lead, key +4, HP attack defense 170, and he's also a category lead, key 3 and 150 for the new Rivals category, and I don't know if it'll end up being called Rivals or whatever in Japan, but it's basically like a bunch of Vegeta and Piccolo and some other cards, I believe. I don't really get like if they are rivals of Goku or if they have rivals. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much, but the big thing with him is I think he's this banner. It's kind of like the introduction. It's like the next level in power creep. So he's a key +4 and a flat 170 lead. I think that's like the highest that we've had. Like the combination of the key boost and the stat boost, I think it's the highest. I forget what the tech hits stat boost is, but like I think from here on out, we're gonna be seeing, other key +4 170% leads, which is pretty crazy. I mean, we've seen the 170, but like a flat 170, I believe it's the first one, even with like LRs that have been released. So we have this Piccolo, and I mean, judging from this is Piccolo, so I think is he just Piccolo? He's just another Piccolo card, so no unique name or anything like that, as far as I can tell. So we have this Nail. Let's see, after he awakens, so he's a Namek, and I think it's Namek, like a Namekian category, key +3, HP attack defense 150. So he's a 150 lead for Namek. And I think it's Namek Saging and not like the Namek Saga. So yeah, and I forget what all their effects are, but like both of like these two, they're pretty solid units, and they both represent like the next step in power creep and stuff. I would say the elephant in the room when it comes to these two units is just unfortunately there aren't a lot of solid Namekian units, so at least right now, it's a little bit harder to build the team just because there aren't as many good Namekian units. And even with like the Namekian units we do have, they just all have like the same name of just Piccolo. So it's like you can only run, even this one is just, as far as I can tell, it's just called Piccolo. So that means you can't run the other Piccolo cards because they all have the same name. And I think they kind of screwed themselves over on that. Like, as they were releasing these different Piccolos, they should have like had more with different names that way you can run more than like just the one Piccolo on a team. So I mean, you have some other decent Piccolo cards like the EZA AGL Piccolo, and you have LR Piccolo, which is, I mean, he's not great, but he's there, and you can't even run them on the team. So if you're starting out, and I'll talk more about this as I review the other units, but he suffers like the same problem as like that tech hit, because he's like the lead for like the Universe 6 category, I believe, and there just aren't a ton of units when you compare it to like Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans or something. Those teams have like just a huge amount of units that you can put on the team for a little bit of diversity, and makes it easier to build any team at all, as you have different farmable options and such. So as it is right now, there's just not a lot of options for the Namekian category. And I think in the long term, like, they'll be like, oh, there's just not that many units. So I would imagine that they would release more units, and also like have different names, that way you just have more options. And it's too bad, like, in just like the Dragon Ball franchise itself, there's just not more prominent, Namekians that are actually strong. Like, I mean, Piccolo compared to like all the other, Saiyans and stuff isn't strong, but they made this guy, really strong in terms of his leader skill and such, and his stats seem okay. They look a little low, but I don't know, once you put in orbs and stuff, it'll probably be okay and such. So, continuing on to the banner, we have this physical transforming Vegeta. He is I believe a pure Saiyans lead for, let's see, category key plus 3 HP attack 150, and also secondarily, I think it's physical. I can't read all the kanji, but I think he boosts physical. I'm not sure. I don't remember. We have this Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's solid as a pure Saiyan category lead as well. Does he have a secondary boost? I forget. No, so he's just a pure Saiyan's lead. And let's see, we have the AGL Metal Cooler, who's, I believe, Artificial Life Forms category lead. And we have the Turles, who's a movie bosses lead. And also, I think he has a generic extreme type boost as well. I think it's like 50% or something. 3 and 50. So he's sort of like that AGL Rose. His secondary effect, nowadays is not too great. Like 50% is pretty minor, but he's still one of the best support units, especially for extreme type in the game. We have this strength Vegeta. He has an easy A, and he's always been like one of the tankier units in the game, and he just becomes better with his easy A. I forget, like, looking from this, he doesn't have a relevant leader skill, but I forget what he does after he easy A's. I think he's is he a strength type leader? I don't remember, but you're not really using him as a lead. He's just more to kind of round out your Vegeta's family team, or maybe Super Saiyan 3 or Pure Saiyans or whatever. He's still, like, he's old. His easy A's made him much better. So yeah, and then we have some random SR Piccolos. These are all Piccolos, so you can't even, run them really well, like on the Namekian team. So, as I was saying, the elephant in the room is that although these two units are phenomenal, they have really good boosts and stuff, and they have like active skills, I think, and a lot of different effects. I know, but like, yeah, there's the Namekian category is. It is and still is, and I don't know if it forever will be, but it's still one of the hardest to build, I guess, teams out there, especially for free-to-play. And I'm not entirely sure, like, in theory, by just looking at this, it just says Piccolo, which is Piccolo, so like, other Piccolos shouldn't be able to be on the team. So, looking at this banner, so we have these 7 featured SSRs, and looking at it from my perspective, so I obviously don't have either of these. I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, don't have this, don't have this. So I don't have any of the featured units on here. So in terms of a value perspective, for me it's very high. I don't have any of the units, and essentially, like, almost like if you don't have Turles, and basically any time you have the opportunity to summon for Turles, I would kind of recommend doing so, especially if like the rest of the banner, looks decent. I would say in terms of like the unit you don't want to pull the most would probably be either like this Vegeta, who's still really solid, or actually one of these, although they are really solid, in a nutshell as well. It's just that. They're Namekians, so until we get more Namekians, they're good. It's really hard, you can't say they're bad because, as standalone units, they're not. It's just on a team and trying to build the team, you're rather restrictive. And maybe we'll look at my box and see what Namekians we have. Yeah, let's actually do that. So yeah, this Nameku, this is Namet Saga. So anytime you see this katakana, I don't know where it's going to be. It might be at the bottom. Okay, so this Namek, yeah, Namek with the little like tent-looking kanji. That's Namek Seijing. So we'll filter by that. So I have like I have this the Easy A one who came with the farmed account, but I didn't have the opportunity to really farm it up. I have these dudes that I didn't bother farming to say 10 or anything. This Piccolo is just a Piccolo, and this Piccolo is just a Piccolo. So, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure he's just Piccolo. Yeah, he's just Piccolo. So even if you pull this Piccolo, you're not going to run. I don't think you can run these other Piccolos. So I don't have, you know, in terms of Namekians, there's really nothing. And that's just because this is a, you know, rather fresh account. Haven't had a lot of opportunities to like summon on different things and pull, you know, Kamis and stuff like that. So, and you also do have to factor though, like he is also a Rivals category lead, and I have plenty of Vegeta cards who I don't know if they're all on the Rivals category, but you know, you can round out your team with different Vegeta cards and rival cards as well. So I guess in hindsight it might not be like completely terrible. It just the effect for the Namekian is just much better than the rivals. So ideally you want more Namekians, but just, you know, from default you just don't have as many options. So in terms of this banner, I do I personally will summon on it if like the worst card to get is either this Vegeta, which I don't have, or these Namekians, which are still, you know, I can use him for different different Vegeta builds, like that's fine. So it provides more box diversity for me. It's an opportunity really to summon for Turles. And so my budget kind of going into it, so I have 2,200 stones exactly. My budget, like I want to spend like the most, is probably about 500 stones. Honestly, if I pulled a Turles and like one of these Vegetas, I would honestly just stop. Like if I got them in, you know, 250 or something. For me, it's not worth to keep going, especially if I got like 2 out of the 3 units here. Ideally, I really want the Turles. Between these two, I'm not too sure. I think I don't know. I don't remember if when he awakens, is he just Super Saiyan Vegeta? Like, would he I don't know if he conflicts with the Intelligence Vegeta, who I already have and, you know, like running. I'm not too sure. So I'd almost prefer this one. Actually, no, because yeah, well, is this Vegeta different named than the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta? I think so, but I'm not too sure. So anyways, like, yeah, there's value in here, especially if you don't have, you know, I don't have any of the units. I would say if you have like most of the other, what is it, 5? I don't know if it's worth summoning too hard for, because again, these units, they're good. It's just Namekians aren't good, really. You know, they're just, you don't have a lot of options. And you do have, you know, the Rivals category, which helps kind of alleviate some of the difficulty in team building. But I mean, you might wait to see how many, you know, other Namekians come out. Wait for this banner or these units to kind of like come back in some form. And it's if you have, you know, all these. If you don't have like any Turles, and maybe just like one of these or something, it's probably still worth summoning if you want. But again, because I don't have any, it's, you know, I've been kind of waiting for a decent banner to summon on. So this is pretty decent, you know, especially like, you know, the other 5 here. The most disappointing one is probably, again, this one or maybe one of those. So anyways, let's hop into the banner. Starting out at 2,200, probably willing to go about 500, you know, depending on what our pulls look like. So here we go. Let's hope for some fire. Wait for this sucker to load. Okay. So we have our first, we got a Piccolo, Vegeta. We would get Piccolo on the Piccolo banner. It was not Warida doesn't look like it's gonna fuse with the Vegeta, so we're just hoping for some usable SSRs. We got a Super Saiyan 3. Doesn't mean a whole lot anymore. We got a Piccolo and another Piccolo. I imagine we'll pull a lot of Piccolos and Nails. Good lord. And a Trunks. And that Bardock. And, okay. Oh, well, no, that's fine. The intelligence of Masu is actually pretty solid. He's a really good tank and goes on around the gods, heals, so that's actually not bad. He's unique, so I will lock him up. I mean, there are definitely worse SSRs you can pull. You could pull, like, the Strength Zamasu, who's significantly worse. Alright, let's see. Nothing special there. I mean, if we could have had a Gohan and a Piccolo, that would have been great, but wasn't meant to be. More Piccolos. So, got a nail. I mean, I guess it's... Oh, I think... Is this a new nail? I forget if he's new. I don't recall ever pulling him on Global, but... Yeah, just an SR. I guess if he hold on to, like... really? Well, does he? No, he's not the one. He doesn't have an easy A. I guess if you hold on to... If you don't end up pulling this nail, like, hold on to a nail just so... I guess you have a unique Namekian that you can at least throw onto a team for random percentage boosts and stuff for different events. I'm pretty sure I already have this Majin Vegeta, so I'm not going to bother locking him up. Just Boo. He wanted Hercule on Boo. Chikaba. So we haven't gotten any kind of fire animation yet. This is our third multi in. I mean, if I could end up with, like, Turles and, like, just one other feature, I'd be satisfied. Like, Turles is kind of like... If you don't have Turles is like the chase card, I would say. Oh, okay, so I got this Piccolo. I don't think I have him on this account. I do on my globals, but I don't think I do yet on this one. And he's in the general SSR pool, obviously. And this for Brienne, who I believe I have. Ugh. Okay, let's take a look. Do I have extras? Nope. Alright, so he's new. Lock him up, and I'm pretty sure I have this. Yeah. So that's a dupe. That's unfortunate, but he's like an AoE, I think. I don't remember, but so I don't have like any AoE units really on this account, so that's okay. He's usable. Like, I was trying to farm up the Raditz event right before the World Tournament on JP, but like the drop rate was just horrendous, especially because I don't really have like any low-class warriors, so I wasn't getting any kind of boost, so just trying to farm it like old school with no boosts, and like it just wasn't dropping for anything. So I got this one. He already have like another dupe, I think, of him. Yeah, this account came with like one of that, and then pulled one from Tanabata, so it's another path. Oh, fake out into cooler. Okay, interesting. Alright, so I got the metal cooler. Featured unit, at least. So if we get that in a Turles, or even like, I don't know, one of the Vegetas, I'd be content. It would help my box a little bit. And I got this Rage Coup, which I'm pretty sure I already have. And see, I'll lock up this Metal Cooler because I know for a fact I don't have them. Let's check on this. Yeah, so I have 2. So that's the bottom right path for that Goku. And I have multiple copies of that already. Alright, so we've gone, what, 200 stones in. I'm willing to go a little bit deeper. I mean, the dupe risk is very minimal because, again, I don't have any of these. Now I have a Metal Cooler. Cannon Chaozu. Okay. I got a Warida, so we'll get another featured. Hopefully it's not a dupe Metal Cooler. I also like, I mean, the nail is good. I don't want to see the nail. I don't think it just, in the short term, he doesn't help a ton. I'd have to see what all categories he's in to really. I think he's just in Namekian and the rival category. Alright, we're getting close here. Oh, okay. So we got this Vegeta. Cool. I can dig that. He's solid. There's a new farmable Vegeta, so that's cool. So he has a Pure Saiyan's lead. Transforming. I'm satisfied. That's cool. Still, yeah, I wouldn't stop here. I'm still kind of holding out for this Turles at this point. As long as we don't... Oh, Hercule Boo. Sick. Alright. Is that going to be 3 in a row for featured units? That seems cool. I'm open for Turles, but Hercule Boo might give me the Piccolo. I don't know. Nail. Really want the Turles. Or SSBE. Alright. Oh. Okay. Shoot. Dang. I mean, my dupe risk was quite minimal, and I still end up getting the dupe. I mean, okay, we're gonna get another SSR at least out of it. I mean, that's a bottom right path. I have no idea what my artificial life forms box looks like. This Vegeta. Oh, I'm gonna get another one. Oh, yeah. Tora. I don't think I have him on this. Do I have him on this account? Let me check. Growth. Nope. Okay, well, he's new. He's a good support unit. I don't want to bother even locking him up. Screw it. No. He's new, and he's a dupe, so... Let's see, I'm 300 in. Yeah, I still have to keep going, just... I would like to have at least 3 out of the 7 featured banner units, you know? Because that's roughly half. I mean, can't complain, but that was kind of unfortunate. Just, you know, the importance of unique units is high up there if you don't have box diversity. Yeah, this wasn't any special animation, but we did get 3 in a row, so what can you say? A lot of nails and a lot of Bubba points. Well, now it's like, you almost kind of want to keep the nails so you have the SA fodder if you end up ever pulling this nail. And you got this Boo. Really? I don't think he's unique. Let's take a peek. Yeah, dupe. It really sucks to get dupes of unfeatured units. Alright, so we're gonna keep going a little bit more. I'll probably stop at, 1700, or if we pull another featured unit, still high hopes for the Turles. But let's see, we got a Vegeta. We got Warida. Is this considered instant? We'll see. Nope, okay. So then Warida, though. I think that will mean featured. God? Nope. I think Warida with God is about, is pretty, optimal. Okay, cool. Alright, we got this nail. I keep talking about the ones I don't want to pull. I pull them. Alright, so I don't want to pull the Turles. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? I don't want to pull the Turles. Oh, okay. So, I mean, we got these two, boom, boom, in the same... Oh, snap. Okay, shoot. We got 3 featured units in the same multi. Sick. That's sick. Oh, for a sec I thought it was gonna be this one. His stance is actually pretty similar to that one. Dang, dude. 3 featured units, all in the same multi? Wow. Alright, I'll lock him up. I definitely can't complain with that. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't have any of him, so that's good. Yeah, with him, I don't know. On my Vegeta's family team, I'm actually pretty content with the lineup. I don't know if he's better to replace anyone I currently have, or with this one, I'm not sure if it's the same name as the intelligence one, so I'm not sure how my Vegeta's family team changes with those pulls, if at all. So he's new. I guess I'll lock him up. So I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's a 4 SSR multi. That's really good with 3 out of the 4 being featured. Unfortunately, it wasn't the Turles. So I got 1, 2, so I now have 5 out of the 7 featured units and 400 stones. That's actually that's really good. I'm just trying to determine here, I guess in real time, if I want to stop. It's really unfortunate we didn't have that Turles. He was kind of my chase card. I could throw another 100 in and just kind of see what happens. If we do get dupes of these, it's not terrible. Because the bottom right path is, having that helps a lot. It just gives you so much boost and crit and additional and stuff, shoot. Yeah, I think I'll go the 100 at more stones. Cause at least I'm gonna for sure stay on budget. I just want to make sure I'm not chasing at this point. Because my criteria for stopping initially was the Turles and one of these two. I do have this one now, and I have I have 5 of these now. But because Turles is around, that'll be, have more opportunities for him later, but he just, I believe he's just that good. So yeah, let's go 2 more. Maximum. If we pull Turles here, I would just stop, but we'll go 2 more and stop. Dang. The conundrums of playing Dokkan real time. Okay, so I got a Vegeta. It's not a Warida, not instant, so we'll see here. I still would really like AGL Wrathful Broly, if it's possible to pull him. I don't have him on any account. I mean, after that last one, I almost think this would have to be a dud. Unless you're Nano. So got this cell. Let's get a usable SSR. What is... Oh, snap! Okay. That's actually a pretty good unit, I think. I forget what all he does. Is he... I'll check it out and see if I can decipher his kanji. So Namex, this is Namek, Namek Saga Category 3 and 120. And also a lead for C3 and 90. I'm gonna guess like Extreme AGL. I don't know like the initial kanji there, but he's a, you know, like the alternate Namek Saga category lead. 120. That's not bad. What if I can see what his categories are? So Namek Saga, and I don't know what these kanjis are. One of them I would imagine be Wicked Bloodline. Maybe, I don't think it's Resurrected Warrior. I'm not sure. Can you click on these to see other units? Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm just learning stuff in real time here. This looks like Artificial Life Form. And this is probably the Wicked Bloodline. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, he would go on team with the Metal Cooler and such, so that's cool. I'm satisfied with that. I'll lock him up. Still would like the AGL Wrathful Broly more, but a good usable unit. I cannot complain. It's a non-dupe, too. Alright, so this will be the last multi for this. 500 stones, pretty good considering I've pulled, you know, a majority of the banner now. Not all of it, but eventually you have to stop. And I do have plenty of more stones, but doesn't mean you have to make, you know, not wise decisions. We got a screen crack. I don't think that's really anything too special. Oh, a fake out into... Oh my goodness! What's with the metal coolers? Like, I mean, a top left. Ah, okay. Like, on one hand, you can't complain. It's a featured unit. It's just like, you've given me the metal cooler 3 times now. Guess I have a really strong metal cooler. And this one, really? What's with the dupes? Like, Lord. Okay, so I have a bottom right of that? Man. Alright, so we didn't get the Turles this time around. I don't really want to... I mean, I'm already running into dupe risk here, you know, the dupe situation, so I can't really go further and pull more dupes. Fortunately, this, you know, would have been nice to have really either of these. Is kind of what I was hoping for the most. But, you know, I got both of these. You know, he's like the next step in power creep. I'll kind of see what I can build, you know. I have these Namekians for sure, and then fill it out with probably other relevant Vegeta units, I guess. I'm not sure if that's better than, you know, just having the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and just running Vegeta's family. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We pulled pretty good. I mean, you know, getting a majority of the banner in, you know, 400 or 500 stones is pretty good. Got some other good units. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye.